So this is you. You spent the last 2 years working so hard for your final exams, doing past paper questions, revision classes, and staying up late to get those final hours of studying in. It has all led up to this moment. Did you manage to achieve the grades that you worked so hard for? Looks like you did pretty good. But something doesn't feel quite right. You have this feeling in your gut that there's more to this. There's more to life than just studying for these exams. There must be more. And that's when the idea of not going to university steps in your mind. You realize a gap year is the perfect place to see what life is like without studying. You're intrigued by this way of life, so you take the leap of faith and you take the gap year. So that was it. University was delayed by a whole year, and I now finally had the opportunity to pursue my dreams of becoming an online success. You see, while I was studying for my A-levels, I stumbled across the world of making money online. I saw all these other guys online, about my age, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And they were absolutely killing it in life. I mean, these guys are making like crazy money.
What's your monthly income look like? Usually on any month it'll be anywhere from 100 to 300k a month profit.
They were doing it all on their laptop. They were traveling the world. They were building schools in the pool. Bye-bye. Okay, that's just one guy. But you get the point. And I wanted to be one of those guys. I mean, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to just, meet somebody new and they ask you what you do? And you're like, oh, yeah, I've got my own online business. I'm making 15 grand a month. I'm only like 19 years old. They're like, wow. And then you're like, you're broke. Yeah, like, I'm just him. Every guy in their right mind wants that. Let's be real. But there was one key issue. I did not know how to become one of these guys. Well, surely to become one of these guys, I need to listen to their advice and do the things that they tell me to do.
I can assure you that I work my face off. I bleed through my eyes sometimes. That amount of work goes into it.
Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it.
Stop trying to learn the meaning of life. Everything is a hustle.
Everything's a hustle.
So that's what I did. They all tell me to work hard, to work harder than I've ever worked before. Outwork the competition. So that is what I intended to do. They told me to set these super ambitious goals, and that as long as you aim high, your mind will come up with solutions to help solve these goals. And one of the goals that I set was being able to make 10k a month online. How was I going to do it? I didn't know yet. But they all read these books around success and mindset and money. So naturally, I started to do that as well. And now that I was armed with all this new knowledge, it was time to put it to use. I managed to convince my parents to take the gap year, and now this is my opportunity to get that. And if I could prove it in this year that I could do it, I did not have to go to university. So here's when I set out on my path of making some bread. So I decided that my first venture into making money online was to be a crypto day trader. You best believe I spent hours analyzing charts. I was learning all the crazy technical analysis. I was doing this indicator, that indicator, MACD, RSI, intersection. I'm gonna click buy, boom. Yeah, didn't really work. But even when I was break even, I kind of just lost enjoyment for it. It felt very mechanical. It felt very robotic. And I was like, yeah, I'm alright. Then I tried some other things. I was looking at eBay reselling. Spent like a week on that. Then I hated it. Dropped that real quick. And then I started making videos. Then I started YouTube. You see, back in the day, your boy was a bit of a gamer, and he used to post his gaming videos, his gaming montages.
Hey guys, it's your boy Denji, back with another Destiny video, and in today's video,
I had always had a love for making videos ever since a young age. And I was like, surely I could do this. I mean, all the guys that I'm watching who are successful are making videos. So when I first started making videos, one of the biggest influences that I took from was Old Sneaker. His old cinematic style just stood out to me. I wanted to kind of emulate that, you know what I'm saying? I kind of wanted to make my own version of it. So I was like, okay, I can make money doing this. I make something cool as well. This is it. This is the route. Surely this is the route. I was fully on my way to becoming a YouTuber. I bought all the gear. I started filming more videos. I learned editing skills, and things actually kinda started to work. For the first 6 months on the platform, things were pretty slow. But then I had the great idea. Oh, what if I do a skit of Hamza? That's such a sick idea. Do you know why? Because I kind of look like him and I'm good at chatting shit. Boom, I made the skit and it flew. That shit got sent, bro. That got sent into the abyss. I was like, yo, it's kind of sick, bro. I can't lie.
But you see, what I didn't realise about the Hamza skit at the time was that, well, all the new subscribers that I got wanted more comedy videos. They wanted more skits. And I wasn't really a comedy channel. I didn't sign up for this.
I mean, humor is a very small part of it, but it's not the overall message. I don't want to be the skit guy. So knowing that, I then pivoted my content back to what I wanted to do, which was at the time street interviews. Hey, excuse me guys, one question go. What's your biggest regret of all time?
Speaking to you.
Wow, these violations. And those views just bombed. They did not get the viewership that I wanted. You see, as I was making videos though, there was one thing that bothered me, and I probably shouldn't have focused on this as I was doing it, but I couldn't help it, right? As I made more and more videos, there were new channels that spawned out of nowhere. These guys came out of nowhere and they just blazed past me. Their subscribers, their videos, and I didn't know how to feel about it at the time. I was very jealous. I was very envious of it. And to be blunt, I thought the stuff that I was making was better. I thought it was at a high level. But that clearly didn't show in the numbers. That didn't show in the views. And I found it very demoralizing at the time.
So you know what? I stuck to it. I stuck to the advice that I was given. I made more and more and more videos. But ultimately, I hit a period of stagnation. My long form videos weren't getting any views. The only videos that got views were my shorts, occasionally, sometimes, not often, and the Hamza skit. And that was it. And it made me start to question myself about, can I actually join the 1%, the elite?
Can I blow up for the videos that I want to be known for? Or am I going to be stuck making videos that I don't want to make? I don't really think that is a successful channel, in my opinion, a successful business. Doing something you don't even want to do for the long run. These YouTubers always advocated around the top 1%, the elite. But that's the thing. It's the 1%. It's 1 out of every 100 people.
How on earth could I be part of such a small group? Blind self-belief and just working hard is not going to be enough to do it. The ones who made it didn't just work hard, but they worked hard at the right things. They worked smart. And then, you know what? I don't know. I just started to lose motivation for it. I kind of just didn't even know why I wanted to go viral anymore. I was just kind of doing it for the sake of doing it, and I was constantly I started switching my content and trying different ideas just in the hopes that one of them gets views. I didn't stick to the style that I started with initially. I just kept changing, and after trying new stuff and it didn't work, it just frustrated me even more and made me even more bitter about the situation at the time.
Should you work at it indefinitely, or should there be a point where you reconsider?
There's a few factors that come into mind. First, there's a security factor. There's the pleasure factor. The pleasure factor goes with the idea of how you feel in general. So I guess it's a ratio of both.
I guess it depends on the chance of success. I mean, if it's something completely impossible, then don't do it.
So for example, let's say, I don't know, you started like your own business, or you started your own YouTube channel, and let's say it's not working, and you've been doing it for, I don't know, 2, 3, whatever years, okay? What point do you can keep going on, or do you reconsider and maybe have a slightly different direction?
I think you need at least 10 years
10 years, yeah?
to consider that you have reached the end point.
I think it depends on what it is, but definitely you should give it a solid year, I would say. If you see any success, then carry on. But if you feel like it's just going down south, then maybe time to either change direction or try something else, but definitely a year.
At least a year.
Yeah.
And as all these doubts started to build, it was getting me thinking about why was I even trying to chase these things in the first place? Why was I trying to achieve all of this? I didn't even know why I wanted the things that I want.
Was this lifestyle of making money online and buying all this stuff and materialism a reality where they think more is better? Is that really the reality that I want to pursue? Because I didn't know if that really was the reality that I wanted to pursue at the time. The people who consume this content, me included, were convinced that they were escaping the matrix, they were joining the elites, they were becoming a digital nomad. And the reality of that is that what you have done is you've unplugged yourself from the matrix of the West and you've replugged yourself into the matrix of online self-help. Is it a certain threshold that once you get to, you're like, okay, I'm here, I'm now successful? Or is it something that is continuous and ongoing?
I don't know, like you can look at success from the viewpoint of like other people and then you measure it in how much wealth you have or whatever, or is it like success?
So metrically you measure it?
Well, it depends how you view life.
How do you view life?
How do I view life? So in my life I prioritize 3 things. First, health, then social relationships, and thirdly, your will of continue to live. You know, if you don't have any more will to live, then you stop your life. You're not passionate about your job and about anything that comes into your life. So as long as you have those 3 aspects in your life, for me you're successful. And then the rest is superficial.
Very superficial, so materialism, none of that is required. Okay.
Yeah, those are the main core things.
So what is success? Success is to achieve something you really want to do it. And then it's also to be recognized by your father or the other people doing the same thing. It means that you can say that you have succeeded in these things.
Recognized by the people you look up to.
Exactly.
And that's when I had the opportunity to ask one of the people that I looked up to this exact question. I met Sneaker right here in Hyde Park. I interviewed him and I didn't know what was going to happen. He said he was doing a meetup in London, so I brought my camera, I bought my mic, I was wearing this exact shirt, and I asked him, do you think it's bad to be materialistic?
Yeah. No, also good too. It can motivate you. Like these glasses right here, materialistic as fuck. You get fulfillment from that. I get motivated to make back the money, bro, and I almost left it on the train. I got scared, bro. I know as soon as I spent this money, I'm like, I gotta make this back.
Aren't you just gonna keep chasing and never be satisfied?
Yeah, but that's how I need to think personally. I can't ever sit still. I always need to keep chasing. Next thing. Because what else are you gonna do? Sit on the couch? What else is there to do? Life is boring without chasing.
Chasing objects though? Other things you can chase.
Chasing more in general.
Just more.
More videos.
Quantity, not quality.
No, bro. Like more.
Oh shit.
Good point.
The audience interpreted that as me just telling people to be lazy and to not work and to not try. And maybe there was a level of complacency back then. Maybe there was a level of, I deserve it. This entitlement that I had. And to top it all off, the end of the gap year was approaching. I only had about 3-4 months left before uni started. If I couldn't get this up the ground and running, then that was it. I'd have to go to university and it'd be over. The possibility of failure seemed to stack higher and higher. And then during this final period, the worst imaginable happened. It was a pretty normal day. Nothing really out of the ordinary. I hopped onto my PC, as I always do, and I pulled up YouTube. But to my surprise, I wasn't signed in. And that's really weird because I'm always signed in. So anyways, I go to type in my password and it doesn't work. So obviously I try again and I realize that my password isn't working. And then I started realizing that, hey, do I have access to my Google account still? And then I think about, I should probably check my channel. And I load up my channel and it's gone. But I took a step back from the situation just for a second. And I thought maybe this is a sign. Maybe this is time for me to close the chapter. Maybe this is not worth it anymore. Maybe I should just start fresh. Or do something else.
I need to move this out of the way, bro. I can't lie, it's just so in the way. But who leaves their bike right here? Bro, I'm gonna die moving this bike. Oh, is it stuck? Oh shit, bro, what the fuck?
You know what's crazy though? When I actually tweeted at Team YouTube to get my channel back, I actually got my channel back. Like, no way they responded. This little guy, yeah, 7K, and big verified Team YouTube respond. No way, unbelievable, thank you.
And while my channel was down and it was gone, and I was like, yo, this shit is in the water, man. It's not coming back.
The same people that I was jealous of, the same people whose channels had blazed past me, were the ones who reached out to me to see how I was doing. The same people I envied and almost wished on their downfall because I wanted to be them, reached out to me and said, hey, how you doing? What's going on with the videos, man?
And that just kind of gave me the motivation, the little boost I needed to be like, you know what? I can't give this up, bro. I mean, look, I'm just so deep into this now. There's no way I can stop. There's no way I can just stop making videos. I mean, I'm out here recording my A-roll in the middle of the street with about 50 cars around me and everyone's staring at me. Like, it's too far gone now. Like, I spent thousands on camera gear now. Like, there's no way. Okay, this camera's still kind of dead. I'm gonna get a better one, but allow it, yeah?
Well, the question still stands. Was I able to escape the Matrix in 1 year? Well, I am pleased to announce that
your boy's at uni. He actually gets taught in this lecture hall right here by the lecturer.
So yeah, I mean, I didn't quite do it in 1 year. Was it a bit ambitious? Maybe even a bit arrogant to think that I could escape in just 1 year? Maybe. But that didn't stop me from trying. And it shouldn't stop you from trying either. There was still a lot to be gained from this gap year. There were new opportunities that I couldn't have predicted, since these new opportunities were a byproduct of me experimenting. For example, I managed to start a small content creation agency where I'm now helping brands and small businesses scale up their social media pages online. And that is something that I could have never seen myself doing unless I experimented with creating videos. But during this time, I had a realization. There are two choices that you can make when you get to a turning point. You can either A, change direction and pivot, or option B, you double down on what you have. And that is why over the last 3 months I decided to double down on my content creation skills. I wanted to improve my editing, my storytelling, my cinematography, my videography, and just become so good that they just can't ignore you. That's really the only way to succeed in whatever you want to do. If it's a market that is saturated, or, you know, it's difficult for people to break into it, the only way that you get into it is you have to be so good that they can't ignore you. And are you willing to make that sacrifice? Am I willing to make that sacrifice? Truthfully, I don't know. I think so, but I still have my doubts to this day. And my plan was to come up with a viral video that would kickstart my channel again. Now, did it work? I mean, you can look at the views. Maybe it did, maybe it completely choked. I don't know. But if it didn't work, then guess what? We just gotta try again. The message I want to leave you with is you can join this 1%, but the route may be harder for you than it is for me, or the route may be easier for you than it is for me. Whatever hand that we've been dealt, we have to use our circumstances to our best advantage. But don't blindly think that just working hard and hustling is going to get you anywhere. You have to do it at the right things. What are the right things? Truthfully, I can't tell you. If I knew exactly what the right things were, I wouldn't be making this video. This has been the journey of me trying to find the right things. And if this has helped you, then I'd appreciate a like, a subscribe, and I will see you I'll see you in the next video, bro. I will see you in the next video. In a bit.